Welcome to the TCAD 10-Minute Take. I'm your host, Sheree L. Stewart, and my co-host, cohort partner in crime, Mr. Donald, the Legend Chambers.
Hello.
And this is the 10-Minute Take, which is an addendum to our normal TCAD podcast, where we talk about one movie and one movie only that we both have seen. And today we are talking about Venom.
Venom.
Uses too many napkins. But before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe, and also click on that bell down there so you can get all the updates on when we drop a new TCAD 10-Minute Take.
Exactly. So, wait.
I gotta set the timer. All right, Don and go.
Okay. For me, Venom, this is going to be really simple, really easy, really short. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I like Tom Hardy. I like the look of Venom. I thought that since this is kind of, since it's an origin story, the baddie is not going to be a, like a world breaker, like a Thanos type baddie, but it was decent enough. And there was actually some pretty good humor in there, which I enjoyed. Now, I'm not a Venom super fan. I don't know the whole canon behind it. So for those that, huge Venom fans, they probably saw some things that they're like, but how this or why this? I get it. I understand. But for me, just a sort of casual and periphery Venom fan, I enjoyed it. And I'm really looking forward to what they decide to do with Marvel and Sony, how they want to approach the next one. If it's going to be more of a standalone, are they going to try to incorporate it more into the universe? I don't know. I'm very curious. I'm also kind of curious. Is Venom one of those that will eventually come, back under the Marvel fold, like Spider-Man eventually did, or will it stay with Sony? If that's the case, I'm a little worried. When studios seem to have control of these products, it's a little iffy. And I mean, I'm just going by Marvel's resume here. I mean, they've never put out a clunker. I mean, some people can think a couple of their movies are average, but there haven't been any clunkers. So they do seem to know what they're doing. So we'll see what happens with that. And if I was to rate this one, I would definitely have given it a Saturday night, opening night movie ticket. Absolutely. It was a ton of fun. It was great. If you're a Marvel fan, obviously go see it. Go see it. It'll definitely be worth it, in my opinion.
Okay.
Me.
I mean, okay. So I didn't hate it.
Something different now.
But no, it's just, okay. So granted, we all saw Spider-Man 3.
Right.
And that was Sony's first, foray into the Venom character, and it was the worst. It was Tobey Maguire doing his best Katie Lang impression.
Oh, yeah.
Just emoing around with his floppy hair and his weird dance moves and his unsexy sexuality. It was just gross all around. And I think Topher Grace was Eddie Brock, and
right.
That was, I mean, he was fine. It was awful to fine.
Yeah, that's good. Awful to fine. I'll go with that.
It would oscillate between just awful and fine. So as a second try at the Venom character, who is a great anti-hero character, I would say on par with Deadpool as, the humor and the jokes and the type of character that it is.
True.
It wasn't completely unsuccessful. The CGI was great. That's always a concern when you have these characters who are largely CGI, like Ryan Reynolds' outfit in The Green Lantern was an abomination. Or I just watched Blade 2 the other day, and that was one of the worst parts about Blade 2 was that CGI Blade flipping around doing the fights and stuff but that was, that was the CGI of the time. And so you always worry when you have a largely CGI character, and they showed him a lot more than I thought they were going to show him. And he
That's
looked
true. Yeah.
fine. He looked like Venom is supposed to look, which is, you know, kind of a double-edged sword for me, because he looked great. He looked how he's supposed to look. He was, you know, interesting and dynamic, and the character of Venom was really fun. But, you know, why does he look like that is what bothers me, because it is completely divorced from Spider-Man at this point. I don't know if Sony has any plans to reintegrate this into it, because Eddie Brock is a contemporary of Peter Parker, which our Peter Parker is 15 now. So clearly, you know, 40-year-old Tom Hardy is not a contemporary of Peter Parker. And Venom only looks like that because he was with Spider-Man first, and he liked the look of the spider suit. And so that he looks like a Venomized Spider-Man with no interaction with Spider-Man doesn't make any sense. And it's not annoying, because, I mean, it's just, what else are they going to do? Like, how else are they going to make it look? Like, that's what Venom looks like. There's just no reason why, and it's kind of a bummer. And that's maybe more what it is. It's just like, he's not part of the Spider-Man universe, and that is kind of a bummer. Tom Hardy's weird Bostonish, Americanish accent bothered me to no end. Like, he felt like he was putting on a voice to me, kind of like, you know how I always talk about Winona's old lady voice when she's on Stranger Things, and she's I'm playing a mom now, even though she's like 40. It's like, whatever, Winona Ryder, you're still playing a 40-year-old mom. It's not like you're playing, but she's got this mom voice that she puts on that bothers me, to like, she's got this old lady voice. He felt like, to me, he was putting on his, like, I'm an American, you know, I don't want to, maybe I got parasites, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he was putting on this voice that wasn't living in the character, as like a stupid fucking pretentious actor term. Like, he was just putting on a voice, and the accent was weird and all over the place. And I know Tom Hardy does a lot of different accents, and it's not like he can't, it's just, he's supposed to be from New York, but his accent was like weirdly Boston, and then his voice was like raspy, like he wasn't confident in the accent, so he was like doing kind of a whisper thing that Russell Crowe does when he's not confident with the accent. So, I mean, being completely divorced from everything Spider-Man, they literally could have done anything. So I don't know what they were going for with that, other than being annoying. And then Michelle Williams was fine.
Yeah.
But she didn't really have a whole lot to do other than just be there. Like, and like you said, like, the villain was fine. Like, it just was fine. Like, the villain was fine. The Elon Musk guy, you know, who I'm convinced the real Elon Musk is also a supervillain. I'm not. You cannot convince me otherwise. Yes, I know he's providing clean water to Flint kids right now, but maybe he's trying to turn them into like super henchmen. I don't know. He's already talking about building a mecha. Like, so listen, I don't know what that guy's about 100%, other than his, you know, dirty South African money, but he's self-made.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that I really believe that he's Lex Luthor a little bit.
In real life.
In real life, yeah. Yes, yeah. So, I mean, the villain was fine. It was just more about Tom Hardy coming and Venom becoming like the symbiotic relationship, and not one overtaking the other, was more what the movie was about, which is fine for an origin story. You know, it's just the other conflict, like, it almost didn't even need that, is what I guess what I'm feeling is like, that was, both of them were like like not as fleshed out as they could be. Like, I would have rather seen more of the symbiote, like in Tom Hardy, like dealing then, and less of the half-ass villain. You know, if they weren't going to commit to it, like, if you're going to commit to like a full-on villain situation, and then give us maybe just a little bit of this, and then have another. But I know it's like Sony's not confident that there's going to be another movie. Like, with Marvel, you have kind of that swagger and self-confidence of, we're going to do another movie, we can take our time with this material. So
Right.
I can see why everything was just sort of like stuffed in there because this might be the only chance that they have. So for me, I would say I would give this probably a Saturday matinee.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was fine. It was serviceable. If I paid full price for it though, with like, 3D and IMAX and D-Box, it had some really good car chases and stuff, but I'm not doing all that. But Saturday matinee was fine. It was fine.
All right. It's still the weekend.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was fine. That's all I can say. It's like B, I don't know, C+. It was fine. What do you gave it? You gave it like a B+?
Yeah, I probably would have given it like if on a grade B or B+. Yeah.
That's our time.
Boom.
All right, that worked out pretty good as far as timing wise. Like sometimes we don't get it all in there. But so this has been the TCAD 10-minute take. Join us for the regular TCAD show. We'll talk a little bit more about Venom and some Halloween stuff and some other cool things. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for all the updates. And if you want to contact us, you can contact us at tcadnetwork.com. Go to the website. There's email addresses. We are at what's our email address, Don?
Oh, our email address is tcadpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Obviously, you can also find us on Twitter, TCAD Podcast. We're also on Facebook, the TCAD Podcast. But definitely go through that website, tcadnetwork.com. That's where everything is at. It's got all of our podcasts. It's got the 10-minute takes on there. It's got Good Morning Antioch stuff on there. The whole slew of a different kind of content there for you to check out and enjoy. Make sure you favorite that site so you get some more of this, some more of that.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Also, leave comments if you have any comments about our take on Venom, if you want us to review anything. We also want to do, older movies or things that are not necessarily still in theaters. We'll totally take one for the team and watch nonsense. So leave comments, let us know what you think, let us know what you want to see, let us know what you want us to talk about, and we will do our 10-minute takes, or if you want us to talk about anything on the show. And you can call us at 504-345-9344, and we will play your comments on the air. Any suggestions you have for topics you want us to discuss on the TCAD podcast, we are open.
Absolutely. So till next time.
All right. Bye.
See you.